Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Um, I'm here with another building video. Um, I was thinking about the build that I did on my channel, I think a few days ago. It was actually one of like the first ones that was supposed to be on my channel, but I just never got around to, you know, public making it public. Um, and I was looking at it and I was like, out of all of the things that I could have done with that space, I definitely didn't do a good job. And I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I want to do something like that again, but I want to do it better this time. So that's what I did. And that's what you see now. Um, I wanted to have like a little bit more space to be a little bit more creative. And I feel like I did that. It's definitely better than the other one that I did that was similar to this. Um, yeah. Uh, I feel like this one turned out a lot better than the other one did. Um, it didn't turn out like I had, hoped and pictured it being, but uh, it it could have gone worse, and I'm glad that it came out better. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Once again, obviously, I feel like I could have done a better job. Um, I feel like I always say that. Like I always feel like I could do better than what I did. I don't know. It is for, uh, well, the idea of it is for two families. Um, they both have like baby rooms. You'll see that. I'm kind of talking ahead of myself. I kind of don't care. I'm excited. I like this one. Um, I changed like the layout of it a little bit in the sense that like the wall placement and the size of the rooms, only because I feel like I didn't have a laundry room for it before, and so I made room for one because I feel like that's really important, because everyone has a washer and dryer, and if you don't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if your apartment doesn't have them in your complex. I'm sorry. My biggest struggle with builds is like doing like all of the extra furnishing, so like picture frames, rugs, just like wall art and like clutter items. I've never been good at getting that stuff in the build. I don't know if that makes any sense. But like when it comes to like photos and like carpet placement and like furniture placement, like I've never been very good at it. I mean, I've just also never been that great at building in The Sims. Um anyways, uh I did I had an idea in mind of like I wanted one of the apartments, because I imagine two families are like different when it comes to living in the two apartments in one. I imagine one of them to be like a little bit more traditional but still modern, um, because like the windows are on the modern side, I guess you could say. So I didn't want it to look too weird, like trying to do like traditional or Mediterranean or like something like that, because that would just look weird because of the windows and window placement, which also that's just a problem in the Sims 4 apartments in general. This is in San Myshuno. It's not in the eco living town. I'm still working on San Myshuno, so yeah. Um, but I wanted to keep with like the style that was already there because, as you know, you can't change windows, so which sucks. I feel like you should be able to. Especially for like when you're you're the builder, like in the build mode that you come into, I feel like you should be able to change it. I feel like it makes sense that they had that in place for like when you're living there and you go into build mode or like like to like change like the furniture and stuff like that. Like it makes sense to not be able to change lot traits or windows and stuff like that. But I feel like you should be able to have like almost free reign over that kind of stuff. I struggled with like the placement of like the doors for like the little laundry room in this apartment. Um, I didn't want it to be just open. I feel like it looked a little bit on like the weirder side. Sometimes I don't really know why I do half of the stuff that I do in builds. Also, I noticed in some people's builds they put the rug like in the bathroom. They put it like underneath like the sink and toilet. Personally, where I live, the rug is like in front of the tub and just so happens to also be in front of the toilet. So it's always really weird to place the carpet or like the rug or the mat, like the bath mat, anywhere besides by the shower because when you get out, you step onto the bath mat or the rug, I guess you could say. And so it's always really weird to place that elsewhere, so that's kind of why I place it there. Fun little fact. I became like obsessed with placing plants in my Sims builds. Only because, I noticed that, people like that kind of stuff. It's in like a lot of other people's builds that I see in the gallery and also just with like Sims YouTubers and like when they're doing their builds and stuff like that. So I figured I'd bring it in to my build. As you can see, I'm placing a bunch of clutter items, which was really weird for me. I mean, I had never really done like this kind of stuff that you're seeing now, like placing toothbrushes and like bathroom stuff and like all the other fun kitchen stuff and like just clutter items in the bedrooms and stuff. I said stuff a lot in that sentence. That was a little bit too much. Um, but it was really weird to place that many clutter items because I'd literally never done something like that before. I feel like it turned out a little weird only because to me it's like, okay, like you need to clean that kind of stuff up. Like you shouldn't have that much stuff sitting around. Um, but also, fun little like tidbit. As you can see, I struggled with the hot cocoa stuff. I wanted to put it on top of the microwave because where I live in wintertime, when like, hot cocoa is your best friend because where I live it can get pretty cold. Um, we're weird. We like keep our hot cocoa stuff like over there, which is really weird because our microwave is above the stove and it's really weird to not be able to have like I guess you could say a floating stove. Um, I don't know if that makes any sense. that probably sounds really weird for people who don't have that. But I wanted to put the hot cocoa on top of the microwave because that's what my Nana does, and it looks so good. But The Sims would not let me do that. It kept like, what's the word? It kept clipping to underneath the microwave, and I was like, no. And it wouldn't let me do it, so as you can see, like I didn't keep it. I thought this area was so cute. There was like so much extra space in the bedroom because I didn't want there to be too many rooms because I feel like that was almost like a little too weird. I don't know. And plus this apartment is just so big. It was just really weird. But, I mean, the size of this apartment area worked out pretty well. It definitely made the whole, 2 apartments in 1 apartment work a little bit better because there was so much more space. So that definitely came in handy and it definitely helped. Also, I just wanted to say thank you to the people who recently subscribed to my YouTube channel. That actually means a lot to me, and I just want to say thank you for taking the time to subscribe to me and watching my videos because I literally never thought anyone would see my videos or even want to watch my videos, so knowing that people actually do enjoy them means a lot. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I love you, and I appreciate you. But yeah, I was really proud of this kitchen. Like I was so proud of it. I like this, like preemptively speaking, pretty proud of myself. I definitely did more with the other apartment than I did in the first one that you saw. Is because this one is, I guess you could say, more modern. Which is funny because when I was, before The Sims 4 and The Sims 3, when I was playing, I did more modern build style. And it was really weird because, like, somewhere in the midst of Sims 4 coming out and starting to play it and, like, the old Sims 3, that, like, modern style that I would build with, like, vanished. And so, to me, it's really weird to see, like, because one of the builds that I'm working on right now is, like, modern, like, completely modern. And it's, like, one of the first builds that I've done in, like, The Sims 4 in, like, a really long time that's modern. I don't know if I can say that enough, modern. It's freaky for me. It's really weird, and it's so difficult for me at this moment. Like, I completely forgot how to build a modern build because it's more of like, I guess you could say like a family home, if that makes any sense. I was like, I got bored one day and I like was looking at houses and I found this really nice modern home and it had a floor plan and like you could see like all of like the interior photos of like how they decorated it for like a showing, I guess you could say. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build that in The Sims. So, I mean, that's what I'm doing now. So, to be quite honest, I don't know if I'll ever finish it because it has been a pain in my butt already, and it's taken me a while. So, I'm like just now getting to like the furnishing of that build. Anyway, that's a little bit premature, but I just wanted to throw that in there. I wish that there were more like matching items in The Sims 4. Like, I feel like the more stuff they come out with, the more you're like, okay, well they still forget this, and they still haven't done this, and I just feel so like greedy talking about what The Sims 4 needs to do, because it's like, it's so like it just bugs me, and it like blows my mind that like this stuff like completely escaped their minds when they were doing everything. Like, don't get me wrong, I love playing The Sims. Like Sims 3, Sims 4, like that's my childhood right there. But like they've gypped us on like a lot of things. Like not only money, but like necessities in the game, and like things that like you like obviously should have had and like should be able to do. Like, I'm not saying their jobs are easy, I'm just saying they need to do a better job. I mean, with like how much time they spend giving us like new packs and stuff like that, they should spend that time perfecting the game. Which it kind of gets me upset when people are like, oh, we want a Sims 5, we want a Sims 5, like, when's Sims 5 coming out, like, when are we gonna get that kind of stuff? And it's like, why should they come out with a new game when the ones they have aren't the best? Like, you're just gonna end up spending more money on a game that you're gonna spend the same amount of time complaining about. Does that make sense? I don't know. Also, for the little apartment side that I'm working on now, I left the one bedroom empty. No reason behind it. It's just at the time it felt like a good idea to leave empty, like as like a room for you to do. It was more of like in my mind a storage area. Sorry. There's like no real reason behind it. Look at me with all my clutter items. Aw, I'm so cute. See, it's so weird. Like, the rug placement is just so weird. Anyway. It became so awkward doing, you know, this room right here, because it was supposed to be modern, and then I realized I wasn't making it modern. So it was really weird. I feel like one of my videos should be like everything wrong with The Sims 4. I could do like an hour-long video mentioning everything wrong with The Sims 4. Like I really could. And it honestly goes behind more than just The Sims games. It also goes behind like if you it irks me that if you are playing one of the games and you realize, hey, this isn't at all what I wanted or I expected, you don't get a refund because you've played it. And it's like, that's kind of stupid. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they really like to jip us on our money. I do like how much things go on sale though. Like on the topic of like Sims 4 and spending money on the game. Like their stuff goes on sale like quite a lot. Anyways, we are coming up to the end of today's video. Um, if you enjoyed me ranting and rambling on and you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, comment down below other videos you guys want to see me do, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I post all of my new videos. And in case you guys don't already know, I do post videos every single day, Sundays occasionally, at 2 p.m. Central Time. I realize I've never stated that before, but I do post Central. Anyways, that is the end of today's video. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.